Hello and welcome to this prenatal yoga practice. We're looking today at bringing ease and movement into the body and also connecting to our breath and connecting to our little ones. This time is for you, so use it for what you really need. If that is just coming into a reclining position, absolutely do that. You can see I've got a range of props here, but a prop doesn't necessarily have to be a bought prop. It can be a pillow, it can be a cushion, it can be a blanket, it can even be one of the big sofa cushions. Use whatever you have nearby to enable your practice to be as relaxing as it needs to be for you today. If you're up for a little bit of ease and movement, then come to a seated position. I'm going to use a block to raise up my sit bones, just to ease the hips a little. If you're feeling any discomfort around the pelvic region and this position is feeling too much, then you can always bring your legs out. Most importantly, as I'll keep coming back to in all of these videos that are for prenatal, is to really tune in and listen to the body, because the senses are really heightened. The body, everything's superly heightened during pregnancy, so it's a great opportunity to be able to tune in and listen. So if something's going, that doesn't feel quite right, just tune in, listen to that, and just ease away. If a seated position is feeling good for you today, close the eyes. And we're going to come to the breath. In the first instance, just notice the breath. This might be the first time that you have sat down and given a moment to yourself today. So just allow yourself to settle. Connecting to breath is a super beneficial and powerful way of connecting to your little one, but easing any tension that might be within the body. And just relaxing body and mind. Just giving you that opportunity to ground down into the body. And a moment, a little pause to give yourself that time to connect to your little one. Bring your hands onto your belly. And what we're going to do is we're going to come into some lovely yogic breathing. Deep, expansive breath. So really just start to gently energize and also soothe the body and the mind and your baba all at the same time. So inhaling in through the nose, visualize the breath being drawn in, down into the chest, and then really feeling the breath expanding. I remember connecting to the breath and slowing the breath and really focusing on the breath, a wonderful way to ease nausea. I had terrible nausea in both pregnancies. I was fortunate enough not to be so unfortunate, I don't know. But there was this constant low level nausea. And coming to the breath and just really focusing on bringing the breath to an even inhale and exhale did momentarily ease it. So I'm really with you if that's how you're feeling. The hands on the belly are a wonderful reference point and connection point. A lovely visualization is bringing to mind a colour, a bright, warm colour, and feel that glowing in your hands and emanating into your belly, to your baba. Just notice how quickly the breath can positively impact. A few minutes of quiet, intentional breath work can quickly start to rebalance the systems of the body and just take us a step back from the busyness of our day and allow the breath, the gentleness of the breath, to nurture and nourish and soothe. Then gently flicker the eyes open. Extend the legs if they're not already extended. And then bring hands, fingers, thumb, and we're just going to squeeze gently up the legs. Particularly in pregnancy, we can suffer from swollen ankles, just everything feeling also a little bit foreign below the belly, depending what stage of pregnancy that you are. So just simple squeezes like this can make a real difference. And then we're going to grab onto one foot. Feet don't get much attention in life, even though we spend half our day, more than half our day, on them. Particularly in pregnancy, they take a lot of weight. So just bring a little gentle movement into your feet, mindful, gentle movement. We don't want to do anything extreme in pregnancy. Just gentle, fluid movements. Just get everything moving a bit, because things can get particularly stagnant. And then release back down. Lift the other foot up. Such a trip down memory lane for me. Brings it all back. The third trimester yoga series that you can find in programs. That is when I'm actually in my third trimester. So it's an ideal one to do in that time. And then ease down. So we're going to come back to a seated position, but you can switch your legs around. And I want you to really ground down through your sit bones and just use that to bring energy up through your front body and start to bring some space into the upper body. Because everything moves around in pregnancy and everything can get very tight and constricted. So we're going to open up the chest, relax the shoulders, bring our awareness to our sternum, our breastbone, gently lift, and visualize, you can close your eyes for this, visualize space between your breastbone and your spine. And visualizing that space just in of itself can help the breath to feel as though it has more space. And then bring the hands to prayer at heart center, close the eyes and bring to mind a sankalpa, an intention. An intention for yourself, for you and your baba, whatever you need in this moment. Intuitively let it drop down, whatever comes, go with it. And just quietly say that to yourself 3 times. And then release the chin to the chest. To seal in your Sankalpa, release your hands down by your sides, gently fingertips resting on the mat. Your eyes can flicker open, but just keep the gaze lowered, chin to the chest. Keep yourself grounded, but lifting up through the front body. Come back to the breath. Then as you inhale, lift the gaze, circle the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands through prayer at heart center. Inhale the prayer up and exhale. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands through prayer at heart center. Once more, inhale the prayer up and exhale. This time drop the head down to one side. Stay with the breath. Come back to center. Drop down to the other side. Come back to the center. Inhale the arms up. Interlace the hands, reach up, and then stretch to the side. Just gently coming back to center, lift up and over. We're intentionally, and as you'll notice in a lot of these videos, I really focus on stretching the side body because that can be a place of real discomfort, and also this will support expanding and giving space to the breath, and then release. I had a real ache in this kind of part of my back. It was related to tightness in my diaphragm. So stretching, oh my gosh, it was just the best thing. So inhaling your arms up, then releasing the left hand, stretching upwards and then stretching over, and just flow with the breath. These are such simple movements. We're not looking for complexity with prenatal yoga. Literally less is more. We're looking at it as a time to give space to the breath, give space within the body. One more, each side. And then come back to neutral. If you have a block under your sit bones, release them and just gently transfer from here into your tabletop. If your knees need a bit of padding, you can always fold the mat over. In terms of wrists, if you're suffering any wrist pain, just be mindful of that. You can always come onto your fists. So you always have options. So just coming to a neutral tabletop position. Be really mindful of the spine. This can be a lovely feeling to just bring some release to the pelvis. So just rock from side to side. I remember this feeling so good. just rocking from side to side, the simplicity of it. And then start to create little circles with the hips. Lower the head. Move with the breath. Moving one way and then the other. Slowly reducing the size of the circle. Coming back to a neutral tabletop. Extending the arms forward, keeping your hips over your knees. We're going to come into heart to earth. Very grounding and soothing, particularly the pressure on the forehead. Just roll your forehead from side to side. Very gentle inversion. Wonderfully relaxing as well. And that sense of release again around the pelvis for the bump. And then from here, you're gently going to bring the arms as you inhale and come into a cat. So gently round the back, bring the chin to the chest. And then from here, you're going to move backwards, bringing your sit bones towards your ankles. And then release the forearms onto the mat as you come forward and then inhale up. Rounding the back, coming into cat and then releasing down. Inhaling forward. And up, rounding the back and releasing down. Inhaling forward. Rounding the back. Releasing down. One more. Inhaling forward, rounding the back. Exhaling, releasing down. Coming back to your tabletop position. Coming into a very gentle opening, so just raising the left arm, extending the left fingertips upwards, releasing down, and with the right arm extending upwards, releasing down. Then bring the knees together. We're going to transfer into a lying, reclining position. So options, if you're later in your pregnancy, you can come into a reclining position on your left. You can do this at any stage. This is where the props come in, or the comfinesses. So if you're coming onto your left, just extend the left arm out. You can use that as a pillow, and then bring the right leg up and support it with a cushion or two. You can always place a blanket over you as well for extra coziness, depending what time of year it is. Could be a bazillion degrees outside. And then closing the eyes. Otherwise, you can come gently down and then roll onto your back. Place the knees together, just easing space into the lower back. And then you can use props as you want. So, what am I going to use? I'm going to place my head on a pillow, cover myself in a blanket, and use an eye pillow. Oh, that feels good. So just take your time to make yourself comfy. And then bring one hand onto your belly and one hand onto your heart. We're going to practice a breath called heart to womb breath. So it's very connecting, very soothing, very grounding, very balancing. So just take a moment to come back to the breath. Visualize lovely warm light again. Visualize that light emanating from the palms of your hands into your womb, your belly, your bubba, and into your heart. And then what you're going to do is, as you inhale, you're going to move your awareness from your belly, your womb, to your heart, and then on your exhale, from the heart down to the belly. And it's as simple as that. So in your own time, come into the breath. Naturally brings the breath back to an even inhale and exhale. And then on the next exhale, you can either keep your hands where they are or release them down by your sides. Just come into a few moments of Shavasana, complete effortless rest. Start to deepen the inhale once again, drawing the breath in as you inhale, expanding the chest. Releasing the breath out through the mouth, wiggling your fingertips and your toes. You can stay here. You're super comfy and you have a little moment too. Otherwise, just gently transition back to a seated position, coming onto your left side with your eyes closed and coming back to a seated position with your hands in prayer at heart center. Bring to mind your Sankalpa once again. Just repeat it to yourself quietly 3 times. Then bring your thumbs to your third eye, the space between your eyebrows. Namaste. Realise I'm my eyes closed. I was so peaceful. I was facing off somewhere there. Thank you for joining me, and I hope that you feel a little ease and space and movement and connection. Have a wonderful, gentle day, and I'll see you soon.